Application of integration for area. Mr. Shaman have a balcony in front of his room of his house, but the roof of that balcony did not cover up the balcony fully. Every time it rains, he cannot enjoy the view of his backyard. So he wants to remake area to be covered so that he can chill without being wet. Given the balcony roof have an equation of y equals to negative x minus 5 to the power of 2 over 2 plus 10, and the balcony equation is y equals to negative x minus 5 to the power of 2 over 4 plus 6 as the graph below. So the question it asks us, how can he chill at his balcony without being wet, because right now the roof of the balcony did not cover up fully. So we need to remake a new balcony for Mr. Shaman. So it is given right here, the graph which show the shape of the graph. So we want to find this area. So how do we find this area? First of all, we need to know the area formula. The area formula is area equals to integrate AB fx minus gx dx. So fx should be top and gx should be bottom. How do we know should be top or bottom? Because this graph resembles x. We need to find x because it is easier to find x rather than y, because it starts at 1 and ends at 9, the intersection point. So for the value of a and b, as I said earlier, it is 1 and 9, and fx should be top and gx should be bottom. So from both of these graphs, as you can see, obviously this graph is top and this graph is bottom. Okay, so we need to subtract both of them. So it will become like this. Area equals to integrate sign 1, 9, and then this graph subtract to this graph dx, and then you have to integrate it like usual, and at the end you will get a equals to 64 over 3 unit square. Application of integration for volume. Volume have three methods. The first one is this method, so we're going to go through the question of this method. A watermelon has an ellipsoidal shape with major axis 28 cm and minor axis 25 cm. Find its volume so that Pak Abu can determine how many glass of watermelon juice can be produced. One glass equals to 500 ml. So what he really wants to do is he wants to find how many glass from the watermelon can be produced. So it says right here that the watermelon has an ellipsoidal shape. So the formula of ellipsoidal is this: x to the power of 2 over a to the power of 2 plus y to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 equals 1. So what is the correlation with this method? From this ellipsoid formula, we will find the volume by using this method. So what is the formula for this method? This is the formula of this method. Volume equals to pi integrate AB fx square dx. So we're going to find y and then substitute it into volume. Okay, so it is given that major x is 28 cm and minor x is 25 cm. But we want to find the value of A and the value of B. How do we find that? A is 14 and B is 12.5. Why is that? Because A is half of the major axis and B is half of the minor axis. So the value given divided by 2 and you get this result. So substitute it in this. But we arrange this formula to get only y on the left side. I mean y squared on the left side because it is easier to be substituted in this formula. So we arrange to get only y. You do the multiplication and rearrange it until you get y squared equals to b squared over a squared bracket a squared minus x squared bracket again, like this, and then you can substitute the a and b. So when you substitute, you will get y squared equals to 0.797 bracket 196 minus x squared bracket again. The volume formula, as I said earlier, is this. So you want to substitute the y squared into this. So you will get volume half equals to pi integrate ab of x squared dx. Volume half equals to pi integrate ab of x squared dx. Why half? Because ellipsoid have a shape of half of the watermelon, not full. Ellipsoid is half, only half. So you are finding half of the watermelon now. Later we will multiply by 2 so that you can get the full shape of the watermelon. Pi integrate 0.14 0.797 bracket 169 minus x squared bracket again dx. Why 0 until 14? Because to find only half of the watermelon, it is from 0 to 14 because this length is 14. So integrate it normally until you get 4580.65 cm cube. And then, as I said earlier, multiply it by 2 and you get 9161 cm cube or 9.161 liter. So we want it in liter, okay? So the watermelon can be produced equals to 9.161 liter over 0.5 liter. Why 0.5 liter? Because 1 glass equals to 500 ml. ml converted to liter become 0.5. So you get 18 glass of watermelon. Shell method. Azlan wants to create a cup that is bounded by y equals to x cubed, y equals to 4x, and x greater and equal to 0. The volume of the cup is obtained by rotating the bounded region about the line x equals to -1. So, what is the formula of shell method? Volume equals to 2 pi integrate xa, x equals to b, rx multiplied by hx dx. What is r and what is h? R means radius and h means height. So how do we find that? For radius, okay, I want to enlarge the graph a little bit. I sketch a new one so you can see it better. For rx, okay, from the line x equals to -1, you drag a line. Oops. So the first line that you drag is called Rx. And from that line, you drag vertically and you get Hx. Hx is top minus bottom. So top minus bottom and Rx. So Rx should be x minus k, which is x minus negative 1. So Rx equals to x plus 1. Why is that? It is because when graph is on the right and k is on the left, x minus k. When graph is on the left and k is on the right, k minus x. When graph is upward and k is downward, y minus k. When k is upward and when graph is downward, k minus y. For this graph, it is this. K should be minus by, x should be minus by k. So x minus k, x minus negative 1. We got x plus 1. And for hx, it should be top minus bottom. As you can see, this is top and this is bottom. So for x, this line minus x cubed. So to find the value of a and b, how do we do that? So we need to do this. Y equals to y, which is x cubed and 4x. And then do multiplication and you get x equals to 2, negative 2 and 0. So 0 should be here and 2 should be here, because this is the point of their intersection. So now we know that a is 0 and b is 2. Now we can do the calculation of the volume. So volume equals to 2 pi integrate 0 to, and then you substitute the value of r, x, which is x plus 1, and then you substitute the value of hx, which is 4x minus x squared. And then from this, you multiply them together and then integrate it normally until you get 248 over 15 pi.